Welcome to Sony's E3 press conference 2016. I was so tempted to cut back to you guys while you're all rocking out there, especially you, Kate. Only I could see that, sadly. My wife was laughing. Yeah, my wife was laughing, but yes, only us could see it on this side. Welcome. We've got the Sony press conference coming up in roughly half an hour. I'm joined by the man drinking Maker's Mark directly out of the bottle, Dave.
Cheers.
Been that kind of day, huh?
Apparently. And in the bottom right, Brady Square, is Matt.
Howdy.
And then, of course, my all-day cohort in crime, Kate, below me.
Yay!
Whoa, be careful how you say that, too.
Well, yeah,
Say.
you know what I meant. In the square below me. Come on now. So it's been other than the Microsoft conference this morning, it's been a lackluster day. And Microsoft conference, they came out swinging.
It's
Nothing
so figures the first year that I just don't even bother watching Microsoft or even trying to. They knock it out of the park.
It was a really solid conference.
It wasn't like Sony last year good, but it was still good.
No, for Microsoft, it was a 10 out of 10. I rated it probably about a 9 out of 10.
I gave it an 8.
It was really, really good.
They've been so bad.
Now,
Like, just horrible year after year.
They followed the blueprint of last year, but made it better, which was they came out, they said, here's what we're going to show you, and then they just stopped talking. They would run the trailer.
Trailer.
Yeah, run the trailer, have someone come out, play the game for an appropriate amount of time, and then go on to the next trailer. Here's the next person playing the game so that you see both the trailers and in-game stuff, and move on to the next one. They announced 10 exclusives and I believe 7 of them had the cross-buy, cross-save, cross-play, with Windows 10, which is suddenly making a Xbox One much more palatable proposition when I buy it on my PC and I have a built-in library on the Xbox.
I find it especially because last year they tended to focus on here's all our exclusive stuff, and they focused on Gears of War, and there wasn't even a new Gears of War 4 wasn't even close to being released. And Tomb Raider, which technically isn't even exclusive, and they were just grasping at straws for exclusivity. But this year they really brought out exclusivity.
A lot of exclusivity, and it was. Thanks for showing us the label. And
that We Happy Few game. I think I'm gonna need an Xbox. Dave, can you get drunk enough to buy me an Xbox?
First of all, if we get that drunk where we're buying an Xbox, I'm actually buying it for me. So
that would actually be a fair point after this year.
We do actually have an order. If I didn't have a PS4, I would have bought myself a PS4.
Let's get to the issue at hand. Sony predictions. What are we going to see? What do we think we're going to see? Obviously, PSVR is going to take up, I would guess, a solid. We know they're going to go for 2 hours plus. I'm guessing they're going to give probably 30 minutes to VR.
You've said that for every other thing, and they haven't showed squat for VR.
Ubisoft actually dedicated probably 15 to 20 minutes.
Which they did for everything that didn't need 15 or 20 minutes.
Understood, but they did give 15 to 20 minutes. So my criteria is met. No Man's Sky, do you think we'll see more gameplay? Or do you think it's to the point where people are just release the freaking game, we don't want to see anything more?
Unless they have some kind of big surprise, something to say, I would almost kind of hope that they're going to show something of saying why they delayed it. What's the reason for the delay? And here's some great little gameplay tweak you maybe didn't see before or something like that. Something to kind of reignite and show why the delay is a good thing would probably be nice.
We're going to see Injustice 2. We haven't seen it at all yet, so it's going to be at Sony.
How about now? Check it out. Persona 5, we'll probably see there tonight. Last Guardian, I would expect to see. Fair assumptions?
Bloodborne 2?
I think so. I think that might be a surprise. Oh, by the way, it's coming out next week or something like that.
I don't know, maybe we'll see Bloodborne 2?
That is a possibility I think we might see, yes.
Final Fantasy 7?
God of War 4 is almost
God
for
of
sure.
War 4 is heavily rumored.
Yeah, God of War. That's definitely gonna be, but it's gonna be different. I'm curious of what direction they're gonna take on that.
Do we think it's going to not be Kratos, or it is going to be Kratos, just Kratos reinterpreted for the Norse gods?
People are saying no Kratos, but I'm wondering if they're gonna go a female protagonist. That would be the big turnaround for that game.
Not got the echo when I mute
Still
myself.
has
Well, there's enough cosplay to base it off of, so.
to everyone but you.
Okay.
I'm hoping to see something Resident Evil, but I'm not banking on it.
I fully expect to see Resident Evil 7 announced here because of Sony's partnership with Capcom. What else? Horizon Zero Dawn. I fully expect to see that again at this show.
Big comeback for the Vita, totally happening.
Here, the thing is, though, do you think is there going to be another push on indies, or do you think they're going to kind of just slide that off to the side and ignore them this year?
I would actually probably lean in the camp that they're going to ignore them a little bit, because I think now that we're in the few years into the console
Ryan.
cycle, there's like the big
Ryan.
games now. They're going to try and harp on. So I'd be curious to see, or I wouldn't be surprised to see a diminished focus on independent games.
I
Yeah,
think we'll still see some, but we won't see like a 30-minute vlog.
yeah.
Smart. Okay.
That's
We've
fine.
been having sound issues all day.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I was just letting you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to troubleshoot on the fly. Do we see Last of Us 2?
That's a game I don't even want to exist.
Really?
Yeah, to me, The Last of Us is a one and done
All right, I'm
in
gonna try something.
story.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying there.
If you're going to go with The Last of Us 2, it either has to be like a completely different setup, or it just diminishes the story to me to try to add a sequel onto it.
Do you think we'll see them try and do something else with the order?
That's a
I
really
think
good
they'd
question.
almost have to try to recoup something out of the original. I think
But does
they'd-
it stay with the same studio?
I wouldn't be surprised if we did, but then again, I wouldn't be terribly surprised if we didn't. But I think, yeah, grab another year and forward, backward, doesn't
Was
matter.
it actually a huge sales flop for them? Like, I know it didn't probably, I don't think it met expectations, and I know, like, critically it definitely didn't. But was it actually like a major, like, financial burden for them to produce that game?
I don't
I
know.
don't. Yeah, I don't think it was a financial burden per se, but the question is, do they keep the same developer on it and try and, or do they retask them to something else? I don't know if that one's going to show up. Of course, the big speculation is, of course, Crash Bandicoot. Will we see an actual Crash game? Hopefully helmed by Naughty Dog if they're going to do it.
Yeah, if they don't have, if it's not Naughty Dog behind it, that's just, don't do it.
Although Naughty Dog doing a new The Order.
Oh.
I'd rather have that than another Last of Us.
Do we think we'll hear what Naughty Dog is working on next at this show? Since they've said we're done with Uncharted, that
think
leaves them a
that's-
team down.
Yeah. I think we'll hear something.
We'll
Hopefully
also
something
see,
from Insomniac.
yeah, we could see something from Insomniac. Destiny stuff is almost guaranteed. Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare, and Modern Warfare Remastered is almost guaranteed. Final Fantasy 15 and 12, I expect to see there.
Because 15 was at Microsoft's.
Yeah, do you think they'll replay it, or will they do something unique?
I think they might do something unique. It'd be interesting to have an Xbox demo and a PlayStation demo. Lord knows that they should be far enough in the game to have more content than two things. The big question is, do you think we'll see Red Dead Redemption 2 announced by Rockstar tonight?
Ooh. That could be fun. Yes, I can hear you.
Would actually give me motivation to finally go back and finish the first.
I expect we'll see Yakuza 0 and Nier 2 as well on the list, somewhere in there.
Still doing
you-
Yakuza games?
There's another Yakuza game coming, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Yakuza 0.
Huh.
And The big question is, will we see Batman by Telltale tonight, do you think?
Oh, yes. Well, you saw the screens and stuff already. They released some information on it.
Yeah, there was the screens for Batman, and then a teaser trailer for Walking Dead season 3 came out this morning.
I am really looking forward to that Batman game.
Yeah,
I think that's
they
going to
they even got a voice actor for Bruce Batman that didn't upset me.
Yeah, oh, he's
sure-
been doing,
Make sure
a
you
lot
can
of
still
stuff
hear
with
me
it. Like,
here.
he's
Next
not
time you try to
bad.
talk, make sure you can.
Yeah,
still
so
hear me.
I mean, I wasn't expecting them to be able to get Kevin Conroy for it. And that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. As long as they don't get the Baldwin guy again.
So
That one wasn't
what
my
else do
favorite.
we think could be coming out of left field? How do they knock it out of the park to top last year's? Is there something absolutely outlandish that they can bring in that everybody's wanted for years that nobody can really, what is it?
3
Luminez 3, baby.
guaranteed to sell one copy to Dave.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I'd love it. I mean, that'd be awesome. Nice little send off for the Vita.
With the Capcom relationship, I wouldn't be surprised to see some resurrection of some of the older survival horror titles, either Onimusha or Dino Crisis or something along those lines.
The time is right for a new Dino Crisis, huh?
Jurassic Park was a hit.
I don't know. You got Horizon Zero Dawn and you got Ark Survival Evolved. Do we really need another dinosaur entry in that space?
But this is
Cyborg dinosaurs. That's not the
Yeah.
same thing.
exactly not the same.
Wait, which one's not the same?
The Horizons, the cyborg
Oh.
dinosaurs.
They're Sinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. That sounds like they have giant sinuses.
Yeah, they run around. Trying to get their little T-Rex arms, like touching the bridge of their nose, just like.
I sincerely, just go back to one point we started to touch on. I sincerely hope they do not show No Man's Sky at all. They need to give zero time to that game because it's coming out next month or 2 months from now. I think it would be a
Unless
mistake.
they've got something new.
I'm not sure if you understand the idea of like buzz and promotion.
It's got buzz and promotion. The only thing you can do that at this point is start to disappoint people because it's still not out.
But if they don't show like any, if they disregard it, people are going to be like, they didn't show anything. Does that mean it's going to be delayed even further? Ooh, maybe maybe that's fine to have people talking about it like that, but
There's only one way I want to see that game, and that is if it is at the flagship helm of PSVR. That's the only way I want to see that game announced or talked about tonight, is how you'll be able to play it in virtual reality as the flagship title for PSVR. Also, each of you need to buy a Vive so we can play Star Trek Bridge Command.
Okay, so how many nights do we need to get Dave really drunk for us to get all this gear? Let's see. He needs an Xbox. She needs an
many-
Xbox. All of us need.
how many nights does Dave have to get that drunk in order just to buy himself that gear? All right?
Yeah, well,
It's just not happening. I'm not a contractor anymore. We have a real job now.
that's good stuff.
A baby. They take a lot of money.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
I do.
babies don't take as much money when they're strapped into VR.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that. Especially if they're in there for an extended period of time.
Look, picking up the new Kirby game was a struggle today. Okay, come on.
So one of the interesting things is we've had the chat going on the right side, as everybody can see.
Except us.
Except those of us that are on the show. I can, but everybody else can't. And it's going 90 miles again. We apologize for any language or racist comments that appear there. Welcome to the internet. We didn't invent it. And we can't control it.
We didn't
But-
start the fire.
The interesting thing is that I am actually not ripping this chat from Sony's press conference PlayStation page because they were smart enough to close the chat room.
Nice.
No comments
nice.
allowed. So I actually went to GameStop's and I'm pulling GameStop's live stream.
For lots of rest in peace, Sony.
No, it's still RIP COD. It's lots of Parasite Eve remakes. I want it. I want to do things to Japanese girls.
Yeah.
Your mom is fat, stuff like that. So it's, typical
That's
internet.
not true. She's actually lost like 15 pounds this year. I'm worried she's not eating.
And
So did,
whereas in the Microsoft one, it was RIP PS4, now it's RIP Microsoft. So
Did any of you guys see the
PS4 is
Wolfenstein Easter egg that
Yeah, I saw
Bethesda
that.
snuck in?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, there are a couple of those. There are a couple interesting things people are saying. They want to see Crash. They want to see Jack and Daxter 4. They want to see a Spider-Man game. We didn't talk about that. Do we expect to actually see a Spider-Man game at this? We have discussed it on previous podcasts, but not on our pre-show here. Do we think we will see a?
Wait, what was the Spider-Man rumor that was awesome?
It's
Sucker Punch.
It's made by Sucker Punch.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear somebody else say it.
I would love that.
It seems too perfect. Like it makes sense in every single way. Sony would just be making money hands over fist. That would be the best Spider-Man. I mean, we already know it would be the best Spider-Man game ever made. Sucker Punch makes good games. They know how to make that style of game. They would just do it and it just amp it up to like the nth level. It'd be amazing.
As long as they're able to keep it, and this is where the Amazing Spider-Man games had it right. It was connected to the movie universe, but they didn't try to do a game version of the movie. They did unique storylines. So they need to do something like that. They keep it a unique storyline.
I would say take it even a step further and like make it like, one of his like, kind of like tie it into like, kind of like the cartoon world where he's got like Nova and then you can play as like Nova, so you have different power sets in it, not just Spider-Man in the game. But that would just be like, too much of a dream. But that would just be too much, making Matt happy, and we can't have that.
I'm still yawning because of the Ubisoft conference. God. So boring.
Well, I had to work at the same time, so I was plenty occupied.
Well, we know we're going to see, obviously, the independent reel where they show us 900 games in 3 minutes. It's almost like we're loading Kung Fu in the Matrix, where they're going to try and pump us full of as many images as possible.
I get that reference.
They love their sizzle reels.
They do love their sizzle reels. I fully expect we'll see Pyre, which is the...
I love the music Sony puts in their sizzle reels. There's like music I have like on like a playlist and everything that I found that or like from commercials. There's this one from like Mod Nation Racers that had like the best song in it, and like I have that in like a playlist on my Amazon Music and everything like that. It's just like they just get the best music for that. I love the stuff they put into that stuff. They put into it.
Microsoft's conference was pretty good, actually. And the trailers, some of the trailers this year have had, we noticed a trend earlier today between EA and then all the remaining press conferences.
Bethesda and Microsoft and Ubisoft.
Yeah, they're all using remixes of songs that were popular when we were teenagers. Now, but all of them are very dramatic style. Super dramatic style, yeah. What was Chris Isaac Wicked Game they did today? Oh yeah.
Wait, how they make
Fleetwood Mac song too?
Wait, hold on a second. How did they make Wicked Game more dramatic?
So I don't know if it was, but the style was Macy Gray, but really ominous sounding.
It was kind of like how they used the Mad World for the Gears of War 2 trailer, but they used that really kind of piano dramatic-y version.
Yep.
Similar kind of thing.
So, yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought it dropped. I heard a weird thing in my ear. That's it.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Told
You know,
you that's not what your ears are for.
The interesting thing is on the Sony's doing its pre-show right now, and they're showing things we've seen in other press conferences already. They're showing the Eagle VR game right now, which obviously is going to be part of PSVR's launch lineup. Do we feel that Sony now has pressure to release a new console besides the Neo after the announcement of the
Can you please
The Scorpio.
not
The
even
Scorpio?
talk anymore?
I think the Neo and the Scorpio are the same thing.
No, they are most definitely not. The the Xbox One S is the same as the Neo.
No, the Xbox One S is the exact same as the Xbox One, just
No,
smaller.
it isn't.
No,
it
it's
isn't.
got revamped graphics, and it's the exact same as the Neo. Whereas the Scorpio is actually, it sounds like a full-fledged PC in a console, which they stayed away from the pricing, but it's a 5 teraflop GPU. They've got, I think they said 7 cores, so it's an i7 or some form of equivalent, because it's probably going to be AMD. Who knows? I don't know. But that is, the Scorpio is next gen. Like, it is, they're trying to say a world without generations, but in reality, that is going to be the next Xbox.
I'm torn on this. The whole like world without generations, like that sounds kind of cool, but I'm worried about things being optimized.
Well, I'm worried about the fact that they're trying to adopt a mobile cycle for something that's not mobile. Mobile technology moves a lot faster and cheaper than a console.
Right, and totally differently because it's, heavily subsidized right now. If everything moves away from that subsidy, everybody's going to be hanging on the phones for a lot longer.
Yep. So it'll be. I'm interested to see what they say. They're not going to say anything about the Neo today, or at least that's what they've said. So with that being the case, I think TGS and Gamescom is where they are going to start talking about those things.
Actually, do we think that could change because of the buzz that Microsoft is getting, the positive buzz Microsoft is getting from their announcements?
They are in the last slot, so they could have changed things up at the last minute, but I tend to think they're not going to, because they don't want any
Sony,
type
they
of,
don't usually do that, but be curious.
the thing that surprised me was how well they stated their case that everything would run on all three of them. So no one's getting left behind in that upgrade path for any of the three. So if you buy a piece of software for the Scorpio, it will still run on the original Xbox One. Because they were being very cautious with their wording there for a while. And I thought, well, of course, you can go the other way, the Xbox One to Scorpio, and the software is going to work the same. But they made a very clear statement at the end that the software will work on any of the platforms in any direction.
Wait, what are we lying about?
Work, though.
What did you say, Kate, before?
Sorry, somebody said that's a lie. So I'm trying to remember what we're lying about.
Which part? Yeah.
No.
I was just saying they didn't say how well things would run.
Right. They very much did not say that. But they did say that the case that everything would work together or work across any platform that you chose to play it on. I'm being told I need to cut Dave off before the show actually starts. That's great.
Aww.
Somebody's being mean to Dave. That's great. But yeah, I'm with that in mind. I'm just wondering. Sony is saying the same thing for the Neo, but they don't now have that third piece. So do they change their strategy and talk about the Neo at the show? I don't think so. But what do you guys think?
I honestly doubt it. Sorry, once ago.
No, I just said I can see it happening, maybe.
Matt, your thoughts?
Sorry, I'm answering our comment person.
Nah, I seriously doubt they would mention anything. If they didn't have plans to do it, I don't see why they would. There's really no, it's not anything exciting, so why are they going to bother with it? I think they're just going to concentrate more on, content, and I even agree with Mark for once that they're probably going to focus a lot on VR.
Yeah, VR is going to be their focus. I would think it would be remiss if they didn't just hit something quick at the end, even if it's just part of the sizzle reel or a quick little 10-second coming 2017 or something, or look for more at I almost said Gen Con.
Gamescom.
Gamescom, thank you. Just something, I think they have to acknowledge it. It feels dangerous, especially after what Microsoft did, for them not to acknowledge it.
Do we see Microsoft coming out on the Sony stage as a partner to introduce crossplay across everything?
No.
There was a minute during the Microsoft conference where it actually looked like it was going to happen, but then it did not.
Yeah.
There's no benefit to either company for actually announcing that at E3, so it's done now.
Yeah, if that happens, I think it'll be at probably a developers event where it's the first
Yeah, it'll be games
that's going
specific.
to do it.
So we are about 2 minutes out from the scheduled start time. As we are aware, it never starts on time, ever, in the history of humanity. So expect it to be a few more minutes beyond that. Kate, you said you want to see Resident Evil 7. Why do you think we'll see it tonight? Or do you?
I don't know if we will or not. I mean, they were talking about slowing down the process of releasing games. I mean, Capcom was. So that's why I'm thinking maybe they won't show anything, because then it would just be rushing to show something. But at the same time, they have been talking about it. It's not just like, they've said, it's coming. So we might see like a teaser or something. I don't know. Honestly, like there were things I thought were going to be shown at other conferences that weren't shown. So I'm not putting my bets on anything right now. Like we think that Final Fantasy VII will be a lock. Maybe it's not going to be there.
So the conference is starting. We got it live. We'll continue to hang out. Feel free if you have a lull that you don't want to actually comment for a minute, want somebody else to jump in, just open up the slot and we'll do that.
It's a big theater.
It is a big theater and it is packed unlike the others. Ubisoft was probably the largest. Theirs was pretty. I went back and looked at the PC one. 2/3 of the auditorium was empty. So they're gaining, but not much yet.
Low audio there, Matt.
Yeah, right now there's no sound. It is just audience chatter,
And cheering.
hint cheering. All right,
Man,
so
this is like twice the audience of, 3 times maybe even the audience of Xboxes.
yeah, it's a lot of people.
Let's just hope that PlayStation doesn't have the same camera director.
That was the one negative, is that they kept cutting away. Who is this Machiavellian character? And where's their techno music and big blue lights?
Oh, he's the composer.
Oh,
Wow.
they're starting.
They're actually starting on time.
I know, it's amazing.
It's a whole new Sony. I wonder who this is for.
There's
Certainly.
a dragon coming in.
Or a Norse god.
Lightning sparks the stage and Thor appears.
If they got Chris Hemsworth to do that, I would be very impressed. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give the winner of Spectacle to Sony now. Because that's a way to open a show.
This is like some Lord of the Rings marching orcs music or something.
Agreed.
If they go into One-Winged Angel, I'll die.
That would be pretty awesome.
I think it's going to be Little Big Planet myself.
Oh, Kratos confirmed.
Yeah, this would be totally awesome Norse God of War music.
I was just talking about the chick that was playing the violin. She looked all white with white hair.
Oh, I get it.
Ha ha ha, so funny.
Is Donald Trump coming out? Oh.
Let's not get political on here.
You've never heard throat singing before?
It's more... I wonder if this is the chick from that EA show.
Well, now they've got a lot to live up to. It's gotta be epic as hell.
Bring on the flash pots and the explosions.
That was awesome.
That is a way to start the show.
That kind of beats Microsoft's lame smoke things.
Santa Monica.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's echoing.
Yes, sir.
Is that a question?
Is it Kratos? You're muted. You're muted. got a War 4.
Slow down, boy.
Sorry.
You must think. Do not simply react.
And it probably got overloaded and their entire stream is buffering. There we go.
It's just, I'm not used to hunting.
It definitely looks pretty.
What are you doing? Now his guard is up. Only fire. Fire. When I tell you to fire.
I'm sorry.
Do not be sorry. Be better. Fight.
So Kratos is dick.
Oh, come on.
I mean, he's got an opportunity to have a family again, and he's just being a dick.
Well, come on. That only goes so far. Nice. Love how unconcerned he is that just like monsters try to kill his kid. He's like, no, just go run off. Keep looking for that deer.
Yeah, that worked out well for his first family, right?
Yeah.
Here's your chance. Show me already.
I think he failed the test.
So sorry.
Your deer is getting away.
Make sure you guys mute
aiming for
yourself
your
when
head,
you're
Dad.
not talking.
Sorry, I missed.
Make sure you mute yourself when you're not talking because we're getting echo somehow. Oh. Make sure you mute yourself when you're not talking because we're getting echo in the channel somehow.
I can't believe we fought a real
Oh, and here I've been talking the whole time, and my microphone's been muted, so obviously not me.
No, don't use your mic mute. Use the in blab mute.
Wait for my walk. Relax. Do not become as animal. Medicine is targeted. Clear your mind. Exhale and release.
There's no HUD.
Well, it's
No,
also kind of like I mean, this is probably like the first level of the game too, so maybe they're obfuscating it a little bit just for this.
yeah, it was like the end of the troll battle. Is that going to be QTE, or was that? Oh, it's being live orchestrated,
Yeah.
live conducted.
I don't know if I have the room for that in my house.
Talk
Oh.
about a collector's edition.
Yeah. Oh, Pete is not gonna like this.
I should have drawn it.
That's a hell of a way to start your show. I'll give him that.
Yep. And then is he actually playing it?
Yeah, they were actually live playing it.
So I'm guessing the game is gonna be his son.
Possibly?
Sounded adopted.
Yeah, sounded adopted.
Please welcome to the stage Sean Layden.
He's fluffy.
Yes. Scruffy.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. What a way to start the show, huh? The live demo of God of War. Right now, a special thank you and shout out to our very talented composer.
Dave, can you mute yourself on the blab? No, not on your headset. On blab. I can't hear you.
The little speaker thing. Is that what you? Okay.
Thanks, Devin. Before we go any further, though, I think it's important that we take a moment to address the heartbreaking tragedy of Orlando this past weekend. I've heard from events that carried out by the admin. Including scores are needed. Tolerance, and respect for people of all kinds. On behalf of the PlayStation community, I just want to say that our thoughts are with the victims and families in the community of Orlando. We stand foursquare with them And we hope that in this week of perhaps our gaming celebrations, within the diversity of our gaming community, we can find some strength, some comfort, and some solace. The PlayStation community stands foursquare with our friends and fans, and the LGBT community as well. And I know they're all in the hearts of it. So without this transition sound awkward, please bear with me, but I would like to welcome you all to this historic shrine auditorium. We've been away from this venue for a while, but now we're back. We're delighted to be here because it is a temple of creativity and all that means. We're proud to be part of a vast and expansive team of storytellers, artists, engineers, musicians, programmers, and actors. The massive and sometimes tiny teams who tirelessly create works of art that we find ourselves getting lost in. And that is what tonight is all about. For the next hour, we hope to sound you with a lineup of games that are both dazzling and transformative, with a few surprises along the way.
It's very mellow.
Without further ado, I'm proud to take you on this journey to some of the great games coming out on PlayStation 4. Please enjoy the show.
This is the other one we hadn't heard from yet. I'm guessing this is Dead Don't Ride.
Is that Troy?
It's hard to tell because he's got such range.
Yeah.
As soon as you came back.
He's gone. I don't think I've heard of that before.
Yeah. Oh, that might be what they renamed it. Days Gone.
It is. All right.
It is what?
Last Guardian.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They're making that orchestra do work.
They are. Gonna pay for it.
They
If
show
we get some good
FF7,
move out of
please
it.
play One Winged Angel.
Oh, there's more than one.
Evil dog birds.
Catbird.
Does that make the other one Shadow Catbird?
State?
Cannot wait for that game.
October 25th. We have a date, and it's soon.
It goes back.
All right, you guys are like approximately 4 seconds ahead of me, just FYI.
Oh, really?
Is this Horizon? Yeah.
Yeah. Is it bad that I've forgotten all about whatever the shooter game with Killzone?
No. Ooh, gameplay.
And Dave says everyone forgets Killzone after they play it. I actually liked Killzone.
Her hair looks amazing. Like the animation of it.
Yeah. And it's not clipping through the thing on her back. Look at the colors.
It's beautiful.
Draw distance is pretty huge also.
Yeah.
Show walkers. Let's have a look.
She's got Libra.
Got some weak spots, but they're tough.
You are such a nerd.
Did she just use energy slingshot gun pellets to take that thing out?
No, that's not what it was at all.
That's exactly what it was.
Now, why wouldn't she go back and get the cargo crate from the other one, though? That's my question.
I think they're still operating. Hopefully the grass animation's going to have a little more work. It's kind of...
You're just being picky.
I am. I'm being incredibly picky, but with as pretty as everything else is...
Watch out! It's corrupted. You did it. I came from Mother's Rise.
Corrupted
That goes back.
Yes.
Echoes back. Yeah.
A demon.
What do you mean, a demon?
From the forest. Drove a group of watchers mad.
How did you do that?
I saw. I did not understand. Oh, God has protect us.
Keep running from this crowd. It's not far.
Come with me, or the demon will kill you.
I don't believe in demons, and I don't run when lives are at stake. Get out of here.
You're crazy!
The village. I'll never make it in time. Unless I get a mount. Broadheads. If I override one of those, that should do it.
Dave's point on commentary says a man bun a man bun and hipster in the afterworld.
She just hacked a robo stag with her staff.
I approve of this message. I hope they put a little more work into the animal's flank animation. It's kind of generic at this point.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Uh-oh, broke the internet.
You know, when you go back and you look at the concept art, how much of this that they've actually realized is staggering.
Yeah, that is very true. The terrain is insane.
The village.
You only now think you're on board with this game, Dave? You've not been paying attention.
What the hell is that? It's corrupting the Watcher.
That would be the demon.
Vulnerable to fire. Here we go.
Stealth kill? Sort of. It's a xenomorph.
That was close. Strong, all right.
On the fly mounting. Nice.
Be careful how you say that.
You are able to get onto your robo horse while it's moving.
Oh, that's a dead robo horse.
Robo horse. Poor
I don't
robo-
think Pete will be happy with that either.
Oh, tethering it. Gotta tether that tail.
Also be careful how you say that. It made you think about it.
Yeah.
And he's the one that keeps saying we need to keep it family.
Oh, she had to kill the Mr. Fusion.
This machine looks ancient. Where did it come from?
Yes, ancient. That's what I was thinking. Dadgum. Why are we looking at this from the distance? Why?
You didn't watch the Microsoft one.
Yeah, trust me, this is a million times better than the Microsoft one.
Yeah. Well, you had to see the puffs of smoke that they were puffing out of the stage and stuff. Has a Radio Shack logo on it.
What? Oh, Detroit, Too Human. Or Beyond Human, or whatever it's called.
Goes back.
My name is Connor. I'm the android sent by Cyberlife. It's firing everything it moves. It already shot down 2 of my men. We saved the kids in this house. So So I think you deal with this fucking android now. Or I'll take care of you.
Don't come any closer or I'll jump.
Hi, Daniel. My name is Connor. There's no way out, Daniel. The only question is whether or not you take another innocent life. I'm holding all the cards. If I die, she dies. Look what you did. You were designed to serve humans, not kill them. What was I designed to be? Their slave? Their toy? You're a machine you have to obey. Now put the gun down and let the hostage go.
I've spent my life taking orders. Now it's my turn to decide.
A little bit Blade Runner-esque there.
Do want.
I have a gun. Drop it.
Touch him and I kill you.
You can't kill me. I'm not alive.
Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
Dave says this is all yes.
It's up to you how the story ends.
I trust you. You lied to me, Connor. You lied to me.
So choose your own adventure.
My name is Connor. This is our story.
Detroit Become Human.
More human. Dave says they have a buyer.
There it is. Matt, you want to tag Dave in?
Yep, that's what I was doing.
It's as soon as you come in, Dave. So this is before the kitchen demo VR, or VR demo. Oh. So this is before the kitchen VR demo. Looks like they've fleshed it out. You're gonna do everything but watch the conference, huh? How do you know you not watched it? You like spooky games.
What the fuck am I supposed to do? God damn it. I'm probably gonna end up in a contract. Okay. What the fuck? What do you see? What is it? Where are you going?
Anybody playing the drinking game?
What? I had no idea that's what that was. Holy crap.
Wow. Damn. Play it tonight. Is that what it said on the screen? Yeah. It
What does it say?
said play it tonight. But I don't know if it was on the store or just at their event.
That's amazing. Kate, your thoughts? You're muted. You're muted. No.
I can.
In addition to the PS4 console experience, the full Resident Evil 7 will be playable from beginning to end on PlayStation VR
It's an option either way.
on January 24th. 2016 is a seminal moment in virtual reality. The time has finally come.
It sounded like it was either. You could play it console or VR. Or TV or VR. If you want to say that.
A combination of the necessary processing and graphics power already built inside the 40 million PS4s that have been sold worldwide. We have the display technology which can realize images at a high fidelity. We have the production expertise to create a headset that is designed for the game. And because PlayStation 4 is a fixed platform, developers can fine-tune their games for the system to deliver the same transformative experience for all PlayStation VR. I'm happy to announce here that on October 13th, PlayStation VR will make its debut in the United States. Currently, more than 50 games will be available from launch until the end of this year. That includes some of the biggest franchises, along with brand new titles that will be born on PSVR. We invite those here tonight after the experience to come with us next door to the arena post-reception. We'll be able to have some PSVR kiosks set up so you know how to go.
Okay, Matt, I'm going to kick you again for a second. Kate, stay.
Now, I'd like to showcase a few PlayStation VR titles.
Kate, it's not you.
Developed by our own.
But as soon as Dave joins or as soon as Matt joins, I get it back again.
I bet this place
That looks good. Oh, Criterion. They're actually here.
Oh my god, that looks awesome. Please tell me it's X-Wing. Oh, no, Battlefront. X-Wing VR missions. Oh, damn.
I'm really digging this orchestra thing they got going. It's Batman.
That's Mark Hamilton. Oh, crap. Oh. Oh, crap.
I told you.
Oh,
It is
God.
Final Fantasy 15. I was hoping for 7.
Okay, you're way ahead of me. Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
she's about 4 seconds ahead.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, power breaking with chocobos.
Yes. Nice. Well, the kids must be watching too. I just heard a trio of cheering chocobo.
Is it bad that I really think this game looks awesome?
No, because I'm right there with you.
Looks dope as hell.
Come on, new summon, new summon, new summon. Is that our Sid? Oh no, Sid's your dad, isn't it? God, that's coming quick. And more. Is it bad that I think Daisy Duke every time I see her?
There's a reason you think Daisy Duke every time you see her.
Final Fantasy 15 VR mode? Yep.
What? What?
There's the teleport thing.
What?
Yep. God dang it.
What?
We've broken Mark.
What?
Has officially broken Mark.
What? What?
Driving with Daisy? That mild reaction by the audience.
What? No, that's why I keep saying it.
See, now I would have thought this would have been Biohazard.
surging in multiple sectors, LT. They're taking ground.
Let's keep this on a tight loop and get back out there, Reyes.
Reyes.
Captain on the bridge.
Get us underway, Salt.
Right away, sir. Captain Esteban. Raven 1 docking. Good touching down now. Good. Station time, 1 minute. Roger that.
We've got 4 new hotspots on radar, sir.
Check. Applauded course at your orders.
What's our target, Reyes?
Stand by for objective. We've got a set depth destroyer in lunar orbit. We'll coordinate a takedown with Tigers. Let's mount up, Lieutenant.
Jackson's up on bay 3, Captain.
Thanks, Chief.
Ethan's already in bed, sir.
Steady. Good to go, sir.
Solar wind should be steady. Good on, Captain.
Thanks, AT. You spun up, Fever? Check, 1-1. Roger, we're lit. Launch in 3, 2, 1. Got a shot. Box out. Actual Raiders inbound to board and disable enemy warship. Stand by. Eyes on. Tigers for visual. Coast Guard Jack is down.
Boots out in 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go.
1-1 is away. Raj, let's get there.
We got hostiles. More incoming.
Jesus.
I want that grenade.
What is it?
Killzone. Did you not see the
I thought it was Killzone.
ICS logo that was on the computer?
That's what I thought.
This is the most awesomest Killzone looking thing ever.
It's got grappling hooks and everything. In space.
SDF Ares, yeah. This is
Well, they were saying Captain Reyes, and I'm like, is that? Shut up, Dave.
Zone is clear. Here's our infill.
Their blast shields are up. Copy. Tigers clear exterior of the bridge, preparing to breach. Force in, let's go! Staff Sergeant, cover the exit. Ethan, restore life support. Aye, sir. Solid, scope the windows, I get the CO's card.
Alert. This vessel has been compromised. All personnel on the bridge respond.
Activating gravity. Tigris actual, weapons are down, moving to exfil. Allowed.
We got their attention.
But where are the Hellgast?
Second level. 1 minute, let's go.
stop wearing red eyes or not the enemy here.
Shield up. Depressurizing, grab hold.
Seriously, if this is for PSVR, they just win. That's it.
I can't tell if they'd be if I would be more sick or thrilled. I can't tell at this point. He just grappled into his X-wing and flies away.
Copy, load up. Set, turn and burn.
Oh, Call of Duty,
Scars are clear.
really?
Oh, is this Infinite Warfare?
That was Infinite Warfare.
It actually looked friggin' awesome.
That looks really good. Wow.
I totally thought that was Killzone. Sniper Elite 4.
No, this is Modern Warfare remastered.
Ah,
And Dave's like, what have we done? Yeah, I'm sorry, that looked awesome. We're dude bro.
dude, bros.
That's when you with a hot chick and realized she was your cousin.
Yeah, well, I'm originally from the Ozarks, so I'm strangely okay with that. Wow, you get that and you get this? I'm thinking that might be a... I mean, I get that that was single player campaign, but still, that looked really good.
What's wrong with us? Call of
You
Duty
tell
is-
him, Price.
That sounds suspiciously Crash-like.
Hey, you guys are ahead of me.
Oh, look at the shadow.
He's ahead of me too.
Oh, really? I guess that's a benefit of falling off
Oh my
the
god, the
internet.
shadow.
What t-shirt?
The shadow just had a spaz attack.
No t-shirts tonight, but I'm proud to announce that we worked with our partners
Nice.
at Activision. We're going to bring back the original Crash, Crash 2, and Crash 4, fully remastered from the ground up on PlayStation 4. Crash Bandicoot will also appear first, though, on PlayStation 4 this October. Skylanders Imaginators. Let's have a look at that.
Remastered, but not remade.
Yeah, that was the one thing I... Oh, Star Wars.
Will you stop? You're 4 seconds ahead of
Yeah,
us.
you're definitely ahead of us.
No, you're like 10 seconds ahead of us. You're like 10 seconds ahead of us.
Okay, well, I'll keep quiet then.
I see your eyes. The belonging you seek is not hiding you. It is I.
Available now? Right now! Lego Star Wars demo.
Nice. All right, you're live, Dave.
Yo, that looked awesome.
I'm down in dimmers.
Wait, that comes out 2 weeks from now already?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that quick.
Andrew House.
Thank you very much, everyone. It's absolutely honoured to be here at E3. Our mission is to make PlayStation the best place to play for gamers. And I think you'll agree that this E3 marks one of the strongest lineups of content in PlayStation history. That's the result of our commitment to partnerships with the most talented developers and storytellers in our medium. And as proof of that commitment, please join me in welcoming one of the most creative talents in the history of gaming.
Here comes the Kojima. No, you're walking too fast, Kojima. You're walking off the edge of the... Oh my god.
The light path, he's dead.
Why are you
It's
so
cool that they have an
sexy,
interactive
Kojima?
video floor, though.
He's got some awesome hair.
Nice.
Hello, everyone. I'm back. Today I bring something new. We made for you, and this is all running in real time. Please enjoy.
Somebody really doesn't like crabs.
Quit being crabby, Matt. But will we have giant crabs?
You hit for critical damage. It's a snake mullet.
Norman
Snake ass.
Mr. Reedus.
Norman Reed is confirmed.
Yep.
That goes back.
Hey, I can't. You're ahead of me. Oh, the echo's back. It is Daryl, yes. The hell?
Don't know.
Is it a horror superhero game?
Interesting title.
The feed just stalled out.
Did you get the title before it stalled out on you?
That's exactly when it stalled out.
Okay.
The internet broke in half.
It's going for me again.
Yeah, it's going for me also.
Spider-Man.
Dude, you gotta stop.
You gotta stop.
You gotta stop, Matt. Seriously.
I thought you'd caught up.
No, I just told you it paused.
People see me and think they're safe. But it's not really me they're safe.
Echoes back.
And it's by Insomniac.
Knowing everything
Yup.
you did to the guy from Queens sounds as scary as it feels. No pressure, right?
You're not muted now. You're not muted now. Oh, this looks so delicious.
Very reminiscent of the Ben Reilly Spider-Man costume.
Yeah, it is.
Insomniac, the ones that a sucker punch, but wow.
I'll take an Insomniac Spider-Man game anytime.
I think Sony's
Yep,
winning.
me too.
Is it VR?
It is not VR. God, that would be horrible.
Yeah, Sony totally won.
Everyone, sometime in your life, should have the ability to walk on this. It's the most amazing. Tim, we are on the verge of a future unlike any other. Thanks to the dedication and passion of the greatest gaming community of all time. We are committed to delivering the future technologies and experiences that will continue to evolve console gaming. We thank you, our partners, our allies, our friends, for
for going along with us on this journey.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're way far behind.
Let's talk about stories and visuals and motions and graphics and technology. It all comes together in the brilliance of gameplay.
Resident Evil 7? Oh,
A live demo with all of you. The title released early tonight. You'll see it played live.
I'm just gonna go ahead and restart the stream since he hasn't started it yet on mine. Hold on, I'll refeed it here super quick. Okay, now I'm caught up. Oh, I thought you said it was Resident Evil 7.
no, I said I thought it was going to be, and it wasn't.
Go on. Get out. Get out.
That ain't him. Let's see.
I don't think that's how oil filters work.
Maybe he's trying to blow the gun up.
Oh shit.
Creepy Collie Zombie Kid confirmed.
Too long.
This is the game you wanted. They're viewing gameplay of it. You're not watching.
Too long.
It has the ring, my precious.
Look around, brother. You know how this is gonna end.
With the zombie herd.
Where you at?
If it's 2 dog plus that guy, does that make it a 3 dog night?
Shut up.
If he kills 2 dog, does that make him 1? Because he's the loneliest number. Yep, now it's 1.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I don't think that's helping.
Why would you stop to waste ammo?
Again, not help. Okay, well that helped.
The chat is screaming, "Run, Forrest, run."
I agree with that sentiment. Shoot the barrel. There you go.
Oh my god, just freaking run! Stop shooting!
They are D&D minions, at least. It's like one bullet to stop one. It doesn't seem to matter where it's hitting it.
Yeah, they all have one hit point.
But 80 million of them makes 80 million hit points.
At least it looks like you have unlimited ammo.
Blow up the bridge! Blow up the bridge!
Not while you're on it, preferably. God, if you thought you were a mass murderer in Uncharted, have we got the game for you?
Oh my... Yay. This is when you call in the nukes? Hopefully you have a friend with a helicopter?
I think he died.
Matt, you muted yourself or something.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, it's not over. They're usually a 2-hour show.
It seems like they gotta hit PSVR harder than they have. Oh yeah,
Yeah, we
here's
still
DB.
haven't seen Gran Turismo.
Yeah. Sizzle reel.
No sign of the Vita.
Really? That's the end of the show? Wow. No Vita, is that what they're chanting?
What the heck?
Where the hell is Final Fantasy?
Wow.
That's really it?
Dang.
No Final Fantasy.
Well, it normally is 2 hours. They normally run way long of their hour slot into like 2 hours. I mean, it was a great conference. That is it. That's crazy. Dave, why don't you see if you can come back in? We not have an echo. Testing.
Well,
Yeah. I think it's okay.
Sounds good to me.
Well, let's go down the list of what we saw. I mean, they showed us God of War 4 with an in-game demo. Days Gone, and then gave us an in-game demo at the end. They gave us the snippet of Last Guardian, gameplay demo of Horizon Zero Dawn, a scenario of Detroit Become Human, the surprising Resident Evil Biohazard on January 25th on PSVR, Farpoint PSVR, Battlefront X-Wing VR mission, in which Matt pretty much just needed to change his drawers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Batman Arkham VR, in which Dave became very self-loathing at that point.
Yeah, I hate you.
Yeah, I'll take it. And then they did talk about Final Fantasy 15, and then showed the Final Fantasy 15 VR demo experience. I don't think it's going to be the whole game playable in VR. It'll probably just be that one scene or that one demo. Would be my guess, but we'll see. Crash Bandicoot Collection Remastered, Skylanders, Lego Star Wars Episode 7 demo, live now. Death Stranding, Spider-Man by Insomniac.
Yay.
Yeah. Wow.
So where do you guys want to start?
Well, is Resident Evil 7 a VR thing only?
The way I heard him say it
The way it
was
looks,
that you'll
it
be able
is.
to play it or do VR. You'd be able to do the entire game either way. That's what I heard, but
It sounded to me like that was a total option. Like you can play the whole thing in VR or play it regular, which sounds like a really awesome way to do it.
I guess what I'm a little sad about or disappointed about is that all the PSVR games that they're showing are fully seated experiences with no interactivity for the wands. At this point, I'm really not seeing a point for buying the wands when it looks like everything is using a controller. And having done that stuff myself with wands, the interactivity and the immersion is much greater than using a controller, because I have those types of games as well. So I'm a little concerned about that. But the fact that they've got real games coming to VR is pretty exciting.
yeah, I mean that's always been the thing that's made me think the PSVR might be the best gaming option of the bunch, is that it may not have the highest specs and it may not have all the crazy stuff, but you're going to have more finished products on there.
And stuff didn't look that bad.
No, I mean, they did exactly what Microsoft did in their conference. There was like zero talking, no numbers,
No pie charts. Where were
no
my
pie charts. I almost
I
feel
just-
like it wasn't E3.
I just looked. Resident Evil 7 coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC with the PSVR mode.
See, I bet that they will hack that almost immediately for use with the Vive when it comes out on the PC version. If they have some kind of VR mode baked into it, so we'll see. Detroit Become Human, interesting to me. Not where I thought that was going. Dave, what did you think about it? You were kind of quiet during that section.
What, for the Detroit one?
Yeah.
Wait, I don't think I was on for that. It gave me a really strong Blade Runner vibe to it, so that I really dug. Yeah, I'm on board. I mean, I could see it going either way. Like, it almost seems like and they almost kind of set it up in a video, like, you just kind of, like, try every scenario until you find something you like. I mean, I'm not sure if that's just the way it kind of came through with that, or that it's going to be overly a choose-your-own-adventure kind of thing, and end up being kind of boring, even though it's, has a cool premise to it. So I don't know. It's one of those ones that can go either way, but I'm kind of looking forward to it because I kind of like what that company usually does anyway, and I kind of love the world they set up for what they showed. So I'm on board with that one.
So can we talk about the fact that Mark Hamill is like the biggest hypocrite in the world? I'm never going to voice the Joker again, and here's the 97th game past the time he said that. He must really like money. Not that I blame him.
Dude, it's not even that. Like, they were just saying, like, I'm never going to do the Joker again. And then they were like, well, we're going to do Killing Joke. And he's like, oh, maybe we'll do that too.
Well, and that was definitely his voice for this Batman VR game. So, Batman Arkham VR by Rockstar. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I meant. Rocksteady. I always do that. Yes, Rocksteady. Thank you.
Not Bebop either.
No.
Shut up. Don't be Mark.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Surprisingly, Dave is only now on board with this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say the game didn't look cool before, but it's just kind of like it never really hooked me. I don't remember seeing it. Maybe I missed like a previous one. I don't remember seeing like the hacking of the creatures. Was that shown before?
No.
No.
It was said, but it was never shown.
Yeah, see, that's kind of what drew me into that one. Like, actually, like, being able to do... There's a lot of versatility to that. And, like, being able to, like, hack the creatures and, like, use them, like, as rides and everything like that. And hopefully the possibility of slapping around the hipster dude or just watching him get eaten by some giant mechanical monster would be great. So, yeah, I'm on board with that one now.
So, No Man's Sky. Not a single peep about it.
Not a peep. That game is getting delayed again.
I don't think it's getting delayed again.
It is
No.
totally getting it. Dude, they gave a date for Last Guardian. Something has to go, okay? And it's No Man's Sky.
Well,
they'd be like, yeah, the last 3 years, all vaporware.
They said they gave how much time to the Lego Force Awakens game, and it's coming out in 2 weeks.
Right.
And nothing for No Man's Sky. It's delayed again. That game's never coming out. It's traded place with Last Guardian. That was the sacrificial lamb. We'll be playing it on the PS6.
Dude, I totally disagree with you, brah. But let's talk about how we totally are all dude bros. Because, man, I'm telling you, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare blew my flipping mind.
If there was any chance of that having a single player campaign,
that was the single player.
Yeah, it'll have single.
But I'm saying, like, they're just traditionally, like, it's just bare minimum. Like, I just can't see it being...
No. You've got them backwards. Battlefield is the bad single player. Call of Duty is actually the good single player.
Yeah, but I felt like wasn't the last one a big complaint? Like, it was only like 4 hours or something like that of single player, and the rest was just all multiplayer.
Well, yeah, because they got lazy. But I think that then when they saw their sales dip quite a bit, I don't think this one's going to be that. I really like what I saw there. I really want to check that out, to be honest.
I really love the zero gravity ripping helmets off. That was a nice touch.
I thought because it was Reyes, so I'm like, is that a Killzone name? Wasn't it Lieutenant Reyes? I wasn't sure, but then I'm like, no, there's no Hellgast. I don't see Hellgast colors, and then Matt had me convinced it was because at one point I thought maybe it was Mass Effect also, but then I'm like, no, they would have shown that during their own conference if that was the case. Thank you, but yeah, I was really surprised by that, and I'm actually probably gonna pick that up, to be quite honest. That looks like a purchase for me.
That's going to be tempting. But you bring up a good point. What was that game that I was solely convinced was Mass Effect?
It's called
Farpoint.
That was a Farpoint PSVR.
Farpoint. Yeah, the weapon looked like the setup about being in another galaxy thing. I was dead sure that was some.
I'm sure that's intentional.
Yeah, I'm actually sure that is too.
That's the trigger that, like, little sense, and you go like, oh, this is kind of awesome and familiar. So let me check that game out. Oh, that looks like it's going to be great. And there's nothing wrong with that. It happens.
So there was a actually much larger revelation tonight that I don't think anyone caught, maybe but me. And it was interesting because the Battlefront X-Wing VR mission is being made by Criterion.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that their other game is dead. Dead. We're never going to see it again, whatever it was. It's dead.
No, Criterion still has a third person. We saw it in EA's show.
Well, right, but no, sorry. Whatever the one was they showed two E3s ago.
Oh, right.
Where they were like, it's cool, and there's going to be this and that, and they showed like really
17 or whatever it was.
Yeah. That thing is dead. It's gone. It's buried because they already said that they pared down. It's only like 17 devs now in Criterion, so that's it. That we're never going to see that thing again because if they've got 2 teams and they're working on those 2 games, there's no more bandwidth, so there's no more game, in my opinion. That's kind of how I'm reading that. What do we think of the Crash Bandicoot Collection Remastered?
Well, they said remastered from the ground up. So does that just mean new textures, or does that mean new engine? I don't. That seems confusing to me on to what he really meant.
Well, if it's remastered from the ground up, I would think that's not a remaster then. That's a
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The terms are contradictory.
Yeah. That'll be interesting.
I was almost expecting them to do a new Crash Bandicoot.
That's kind of what I was hoping for. But
you know,
he looked kind of evil in Skylanders. That's all, I don't know if anybody noticed that, but he did not look like. He had some sinister looks there. Well, let's do our normal here. Spider-Man, we haven't talked about yet. Not by Sucker Punch, but by Insomniac. That's actually pretty interesting.
It's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, it looked great.
That just automatic. Like, all right, don't get me wrong. I love Sucker Punch, but as far as like fun, making a fun game, like they've slipped a couple times. Like I remember playing like one of the later, Sly Coopers, and I was like, it's a little tedious, it's a little not fun. I don't know. I give the edge to Insomniac, for that, and
because Resistance was great.
But the thing is that I'm really excited about Insomniac. Shut up. But Insomniac. For this kind of world, for Spider-Man, Insomniac's really good at humor in games. That's really important for Spider-Man, and I think they're gonna take care of that really well. And
I agree. I think world-wise and tone-wise, they're a perfect choice.
Yeah.
But we've never seen them make a game like this. So there's a bit of an unknown, and it didn't say which studio is doing it. Is it the North Carolina studio or is it the Burbank studio?
Oh, that's true.
We have not really discussed God of War 4 either. Impressions?
I'm sold. I'm sold. That was wow. I totally was not expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
Yeah, and
the opening music for it, like when the orchestra was playing it, we didn't even know it was God of War, but we're like, it sounds like it could be God of War. That music was awesome.
No Final Fantasy VII.
I know, I'm bummed. I'm so bummed.
They missed an opportunity to do One Winged Angel with all those chorus folks, and yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Kate. That was a missed opportunity. No mention of Final Fantasy 12 remastered. No Red Dead 2 announcement by Rockstar. That was one of the heavy. We have not talked about Kojima's new game, Death Stranding, which might as well be called PT2.
I'm not ready to say that yet.
Well, it was definitely a horrific opening.
I didn't get PT kind of horrific though out of it.
Really? Did you see that he delivered the baby himself? He had like scars up and down his body, like he just gave birth to that kid.
I get that, but I didn't crap my pants when I was watching that. I did playing PT, so
there was some definite creep factor there with the handprints and everything, but
and all the dead crabs.
Baby handprints.
Yeah,
the baby handprints. Yeah, we didn't. It kind of looked like the kid was dead, but maybe not. Don't really know. I don't know. I'm more confused than anything.
Well, it's Kojima.
It's Kojima, so yeah.
Yeah. You don't need to know. He'll figure it out 4 games from now and then fill it back in. It'd be fine.
And you'll be like,
no, he's the ancestor to the what was the mech game?
not Xenogears. Oh man. Valkyrie Chronicles. Nope, that's not it either. I'm like hovering around the spot. What's the Kojima? Now I'm gonna have to do it. Kojima mech game.
Zone of Enders.
Zone of Enders. Yay!
I even did that without the internet.
Fantastic. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see more about that game. You know, were those superheroes floating in the sky all godlike like Superman, showing us that we have no power? Or what was
I'm
it?
excited.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it too. It'll be interesting to see. So we'll go around the panel. Matt, high point, low point, score.
High point, Insomniac doing Spider-Man. There were so many good things, but that's got to take the cake for me. Low point, the grass animation in Horizon.
Nice.
9.5 out of 10.
All right, Kate.
High point, Resident Evil 7. Low point, no Final Fantasy 7. Give it a 9.
Dave.
High point, I share Matt's answer, Insomniac Spider-Man. I wasn't expecting that. It just kind of seems too perfect. Actually, more perfect than the Sucker Punch one. So I love that. Low point for me was actually, it was the biggest high, it went to the biggest low, was Battlefront X-Wing VR missions. I saw Criterion, I saw X-Wings, I got so excited for a second that we were going to get a spiritual successor to X-Wing somehow, and it was going to be that Criterion-infused speed fest with just action and with that polish that Criterion knows how to throw on games. But no, it's just Battlefront. Just some Battlefront VR missions.
But we don't know. It could end up being...
I don't. Yeah. Why does it? What does that exclude it from that quality of development?
Because isn't Battlefront it's all multiplayer?
Oh, so you were thinking it's going to be a single player, extended campaign, bunch of missions type of thing.
Good story, nice setup for missions and everything like that. Where you have remember the old Criterion burnouts and everything like that. Where you have, lots of real specific scenarios for your races and stuff. I was kind of hoping for something like that, and when that was your hope for a split second, and then it gets taken out away from you, I don't know. I just didn't see that as.
I don't know that. I think you're making some assumptions that we don't know enough about.
I'm totally making assumptions. I'm not gonna lie. I am completely making assumptions.
I'm looking to see if there's anything further about it here. It's both DICE and Criterion that's developing it. There is absolutely zero information about it.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much. We're going to find out yet.
Yeah.
But if it's just multiplayer stuff, that's just kind of depressing.
I don't think it will be, to be honest. If anything, it's going to be multiplayer co-op. I don't think it will be PvP. The reason is because, Eve Valkyrie is the only space PvP really that's caught on right now, and even that is not for everybody. I think they're going to try and do as broad a range as possible, and PvE seems the way to go there. But we'll see. I mean, it could be. What would you give your score for the conference?
I'll go with an overall 9. I mean, it could have used a Lumen S3, but hey, can't have everything.
didn't say anything about no Vita at all as your low point.
Because it's
it's dead.
They wrote off the Vita last year, so if they had anything on the Vita, I would have been shocked. The fact that they're even still supporting the Vita in any way, shape, or form is I just shut up and enjoy what little there is.
So my high point, I'm actually going to side with Kate, Resident Evil, because I had no idea that was a Resident Evil game. Until they put the title on the screen, I had no idea, and that was a pleasant surprise. if I was going to give a close second, it'd actually be Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. That's so sad, but I really liked that game.
Dude, brah.
I know, brah. It's terrible, yo. My low point, probably Lego Star Wars, just because that's not my thing.
Just because I want to hurt Dave.
No. Yeah, it's just, that's not my cup of tea, but there's plenty of people who it is.
I'm
So
surprised they gave it that much on the show.
I'm surprised as well, especially
Like,
it
it's
being
not
a
like-
multi-platform release.
Yeah, it's a multi-platform release. It has, it's been around, there's nothing new at all. Like, this is a, hey, new movie, let's turn out a game kind of thing. They're great, they're fun, they're awesome. Like, don't get me wrong, but I was shocked to see them feature that.
But they are paying for the gold. PlayStation's the only system that's getting the gold version, though, right? So, I mean, they are paying extra for that. So, return on investment, pump it at E3, I suppose.
I think they just wanted to use the orchestra to do Star Wars music.
Yeah, that's probably true.
That was just somebody was just like, I want to hear Star Wars music for the thing.
The fact that they didn't put Final Fantasy VII there with One Winged Angel is just.
The thing that strikes me as there was not a single segment that went too long.
No.
There was nothing that it was like, oh, this is slow, it's dragging. I think this was perfectly paced. I'm going to give them the win of the show 10 for me. They just barely beat out Microsoft. Microsoft conference was really good this year, but it wasn't like the same 1, 2, 3 punch as last year with all the unexpected stuff, where it's like, I mean, last year was Oprah. Let's be real. It was that one episode of Oprah where she's like, and you get a car, and you get a car, and everybody gets a car. That was last year. There's no way they could top that this year, but what they delivered was a very, very, very solid press conference from beginning to end.
Tight, short. Yeah, I'm having a hard time picking one right now between the two.
So, yeah, as we recap for the second day, Kate, who do you think... Nintendo doesn't even count tomorrow, technically, so who has won the E3 press conferences?
Sony.
Matt?
Oh, no, can I change it?
Oh.
EA won. EA won.
Shut up. Shut up, Dave. Stop that. You troll.
I'm going to ask for a pass and let Dave go first. I'm still internalizing. Give me a sec.
I'm honestly not qualified to say because I didn't actually get to watch really any of the other conferences yet. Unfortunately, my schedule this year prevented me from doing so. But the only one I was really interested in was Sony. So we're gonna have to say it's a default win. But no, I'm interested in checking out the Microsoft one when I get a chance because I heard it was really good. I'm curious as to why everybody's saying that. Yeah,
you should do so. So we tomorrow we're actually going to do our podcast a day early. Our weekly podcast is going to happen tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific, which will be 9 o'clock Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. I think everybody said they were good with that. I sent that email out last week.
I missed that fact, so I'll have to double check.
Okay.
I don't realize what I agree to, but sure.
Okay, good. Let me know there, Matt. But yeah, we'll recap all of the things that we've seen over the couple days of press conferences and then Nintendo's final hurrah tomorrow morning, which will probably only broadcast about an hour's worth, where more than likely Kate's going to make fun of Nintendo the entire time, and I'll try and be the voice of reason wherever possible. As they show us the Wii U version of Legend of Zelda because they hate players. They hate people, they hate money, and they hate players.
So they're not showing off any of the NX or anything? Like, that's not even going to happen?
Nothing. No NX. They're not even showing us the NX version of Zelda. They're showing us the dead and already door-nailed Wii U's version of Legend of Zelda for an entire 12 hours tomorrow.
Wait, what?
I believe it's like 12 hours. Or something ridiculous like that. Let me find it real quick. Hold on.
Yeah,
You can't be serious. Like, there's no way that they're just going that.
No, that's really what they are doing. Let me see here.
That's hilarious.
Nintendo's site has a big thing about Legend of Zelda that you can go look at right now. Technically, it's 2 days of Legend of Zelda, according to them.
48 hours of Legend of Zelda. We beat the game 12 times.
Treehouse starts 9 a.m. The 10 a.m. starts their live stream. It doesn't say how long it is, but I'm not joking. I remember that it was something like a combined 10 hours of content. Details on Nintendo E3 2016. So yeah, I'll try and find that for you, but that seemed to be the big thing that they were planning on doing, was how long to, it's all Legend of Zelda all the time for Zelda Wii U, no NX announcements, no anything.
We're just showing a live feed of somebody marathoning Metroid Pinball.
That would be more interesting, I think. Yeah, I can't find where I saw that, but I want to say that it was a total combined stream time of like 10 hours by the time everything was said and done.
Okay, so I was just looking for this quick because this was going to be a factor for me. They didn't say in the conference, but after it filmed, Insomniac did tweet that Spider-Man is a PlayStation.
Wait, it is a PlayStation what? You cut out.
It's a PlayStation 4 exclusive.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
I figured that.
Yep. I kind of figured that as well.
Yeah, I figured, but unlike Microsoft, who made very clearly stated everything they showed you was a freaking exclusive, except you can play it on PC too. So not really, but
well, it's an Xbox console exclusive.
Yes.
Yeah, because going multi-platform worked so well for Insomniac.
Yeah, like not at all so far.
That's why I'm not surprised to hear that at all.
But that kind of puts the. I don't know why that makes a difference for my show of the event, show of the event. Wow, one of those things. But that does push Sony.
You gotta give it.
My wife says I need to cut you off before the show.
No.
Just saying.
I will not be censored.
No, she meant you're drinking.
Oh. Yeah, this water is terribly effective.
And you gotta give it to Sony. You gotta give it to Sony too, because Insomniac went to go make their own thing. You figure they might be I'm sorry. They might be punished a bit for that. Sometimes people get a little butthurt about it. No, they welcome them back, and it's just like, yes, here you go. Here's Spider-Man, console exclusive. Go to town, have a party.
Yeah. Yeah, so it seems like across the board then it looks like Sony is the winner of the panel. I do say major props to Microsoft. That was a great conference.
Yeah, them and Sony were the only two that had a good conference.
Yeah, no, the rest of them were horrific.
That's just okay.
Do we have a surprise of the show?
Of all of E3?
Yes, of all of E3, what's the thing that surprised you the most?
Resident Evil 7. Because I was expecting it, but I wasn't expecting it to be that.
Yeah, I hear you. What about for you, Matt?
Probably the thing that I wasn't expecting Well, I guess we were kind of expecting it, but not. I don't know. I guess Spider-Man still. I don't know what I was expecting, but again, we got Insomniac and Big White Spider. So yeah.
Dave, how about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to also go with the Insomniac Spider-Man. I didn't expect when they were coming out with the rumors saying there's gonna be a console exclusive Spider-Man, all this kind of stuff. It just seemed too pie in the sky, that we would get like a really good next gen Spider-Man game. And I figured it was just a wish list that people were putting together, for it. And then they, pop it out, and it's not the developer that they were rumoring, but it's actually Insomniac. I mean, come on, that surprise was made for me.
I agree. I'm still gonna have to go with We Happy Few. That game is wicked messed up, and I really want to play it. Any game that lets you inhabit a Clockwork Orange, that's something that's right up my alley. You did not see anything about this, did you, Dave?
No.
Right?
Hold on one second. Let me pull up the
trailer up.
Yeah, because let me tell you what, it is messed up.
Messed up in the best kind of way.
Yeah, here I've got it. Let me copy it here and throw it.
And BioShock.
I actually thought it was a BioShock for a while.
Kate, I'm gonna throw you out for just 1 second so I can throw the thing in here. All right, so, and we've got the echo back. So let me mute everybody and unmute everybody, and the echo should go away. There we go.
Xbox.
Oh, heavens no. Oh, God.
No.
It's very dangerous to put your hand outside the windows of the train.
I should just take my jaw, shouldn't I? Percy!
Just trash cans of Dalek.
What have you been up to? No one's seen you for hours.
Nose to the grindstone, you know.
Then why haven't I heard a single whoosh through the door since 10 o'clock? Did you forget we're having Deirdre's birthday party? We've got a piñata.
Right. Brilliant. Of course. Brilliant.
Have you forgotten your joy?
Of course not.
Have you forgotten your
Stuck
joy?
as a bug on a drug.
Well, come on then, finish up.
Stuck as a bug on a drug. Just have a few more pages. I know you're very busy.
Then don't take too long to finish. Well, I expect you in the conference room presently. Don't dawdle. You don't want to miss the piñata.
Wasn't Prudence supposed to be coming back today? I made her a welcome back card. Do you think the canister wonders what life's like outside the tube? Of course he'd have to break the tube to get out. That would break it for everybody. You're not coming back, are you, Prue? But where did you go?
Modern English science. We have the perfect fix for the blast.
We seem to be a bit behind in our work.
Only you know how much you need. Or just ask a doctor and he'll fix you right up. Even if you've got to ask.
There you are. You nearly missed the piñata. It's the most adorable Spanish custom. Uncle Jack did a whole show about it. You smash it until all the candy comes out. Come on, hit it! Hit it! Hit it!
Give it a whack!
Hit it! Hit it! You are off your joy. Take one of mine. Oh my lord. He's a downer. Call security. We've got a downer.
Oh, hold on. I can't hear you.
Expulsion Games, that's not a familiar...
No.
Compulsion?
Or Compulsion, sorry.
Compulsion Games? Yeah, they're a new one. What did you think of that, Dave?
I mean, totally had the Bioshock vibe to it. I would have.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
sworn,
yeah.
I would have sworn. Still swear it's a Bioshock game, to be honest.
No, I did.
I don't know anything about that developer, so I'm curious about that.
They're an indie developer that's being kind of shepherded like PlayStation has done for a bunch of developers. They're through the ID at Xbox game that game is going into early access sometime in the fall, I think.
Cool. I love the art style.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I like when people go for a stylized look to it.
And it did. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it definitely has it roped me in, just from watching that. So yeah, good use of music and stuff. Yeah, I'd be a buyer, but that sounds like I'd have to buy a whole system just to get it. So
No, because it did say in their first two console Xbox, it's not an exclusive.
It is not an exclusive, but they have not announced it coming to the PS4 at all. Right now, it's PC, Mac, Linux, and Xbox.
Okay.
So, but it did say first to console, so I'm sure eventually they will port it, but who knows when that'll be. So that's my surprise of the show. I just thought, for some reason, that stuck with me all day since we saw it earlier. I'm excited about Spider-Man, but I'm also excited about Batman, but I still don't know enough. I don't know enough about this game either, but as far as things that surprised me at the game, this one was a huge surprise. Matt, did you tell us what your surprise was? You said Spider-Man.
I said Spider-Man.
Dave, you said Spider-Man.
Yep.
And then Kate, you said Resident Evil. Perfect. So if we were going to rate this E3 on a scale of 1 to 10, high points, low points. I'll go first. Low point, the entire EA conference. When you start your conference by telling people you're never going to appease everyone and you might as well lower your expectations now, you're in for a hell of a boring hour, and that's exactly what we got.
Wait, they actually said that?
Oh my God, yes.
Pretty much.
I feel like I have to watch their conference now.
Oh, trust me, just watch that opening section. That's all you need. It was pretty bad. They went way too long. They did a dual audience in Europe and in England and here, just so that FIFA and soccer would be relevant to everyone for a change, because they got tired of the Americans tweeting boring during Pele coming out.
Nice.
But yeah, it was really bad, and they set the stage for it. There was zero energy, zero enthusiasm, and they were right across the street from E3. Congratulations, guys. You made it off E3. Oh wait, you're going to go right to E3 but across the street? Fantastic. And that level of enthusiasm showed throughout the entire conference. So that was my low point of the conference. My high point, Sony started with strong momentum and held it up. I'm going to have to say the Sony show was my high point. And what would I give this entire E3? Probably a 6 out of 10 total.
I'd say 6.5, maybe.
Feel qualified to give a number for the whole thing. But, you know, my thing is always it's about the games you want to play. So, based on that, there's actually a bunch of new games that I really want to play out of this. So, can't be all that bad.
So what's your official number, though?
Yeah, as far as high point, low point, that's pretty much the same. The EA conference did not start off things good, and there, like you said, there was no energy. Now, the people speaking at the Sony conference, thankfully, it wasn't very long because they were not very energetic either. House was a little bit, but thankfully, with the lack of energy level there, they were not prominent in the presentations. Kojima was fairly energetic too, but yeah, it's hard because any score you give is going to be a swing of extreme highs versus extreme lows, so it kind of balances out to a 6-ish, kind of score. So it's really dependent on what you're seeing, and hopefully for those in attendance, the show floor is really good this year to help justifying being there.
Sony or Microsoft needs to poach the guy from Ubisoft with a cane to come do their conferences, because that guy has obviously had acting classes and he knows how to project and control his voice, because every time he gets up on stage, he speaks really well. He needs to just go to one of the other bigger ones. Maybe that'll happen after Vivendi gobbles Ubisoft. We'll see. Oh, poor Yves Guillaume. This was his last E3, I think. I'm very sad about him. They celebrated their 30th year, and they're about to be hostile takeover city. So we'll see.
I still hope there's a way that stops and doesn't happen.
Me too, but you could hear it in his speech.
It sounded like a farewell.
Yeah, it really did. And it was a little depressing. Only one, I was watching the scroll of Putrid and Vile, known as the internet, as that whole thing was going on, and there was only one person who pointed that out. Everybody else was just, standard 13-year-old. So, anyways, that's going to do it for day 1's or 0, however you want to look at it. Look, for the press conferences, it's day 2. We're done for today. The only thing left tomorrow will be the Nintendo at 9 a.m. Pacific. We will deal with their treehouse, and then we'll see how long we stick with the live stream after that. And then in the evening, we will do our podcast, wrapping up all of E3, recapping everything that we covered at all of the press conferences, and then talking a little bit more on the topic of how E3 was in total. But until then, for Dave, Matt, Kate, and myself, we'll see you tomorrow, and game on, everybody.
Game on.